And this ain't Texas. This ain't home. What do you guys think about that song? Did you hear it yet? Beyonce's new country song?
I listened to it for the first time on my way up here, and it's not bad.
It's not bad. No.
It's...
Did you hear it yet?
I did.
What do you think?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Like, as soon as like I heard that she did a country song, we hit play, and in my mind I was immediately like, I want to find out what's mixed. I want to find out what instruments is not real. I'm just going to like, you know, critique it forward and backwards. But then like the song started, I'm just can't help but like it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like the, you know, same reason when they play Celine Dion in elevators doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
Just because Beyonce's doing country music doesn't make it right. Just, you know, listen, whatever. You know, branch out from your genre. That's awesome. So,
she her singing was very, very clean for it. Like she was doing like classic country runs like in her notes, and you could tell like she was just hitting too perfect. Country music, you need to be a little rough in between. Yeah.
yeah.
But I liked it. But guys, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
We it's been almost a year since our little pilot episode. Can you believe that?
Crazy. A year.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right.
What's happened in a year?
Lots happened, yeah. We started out this podcast thinking we'll just do musicians, you know, people we know, and just talk about concerts coming up. And next thing you know, Johnny Hod's cussing out wheeling
representatives, and
and that. After that, just kept rolling.
I'm surprised though we haven't had any real like, you know, trolls to like fight back with people on the podcast. Like
I had a couple. I had a couple this week. I had to fight about the comments.
The advantages of being the administrator that nobody sees.
Yeah.
I can make a burner account.
Good, yeah.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Thinking about the high value is you make a burner account with a fake name. They're gonna be like, I don't know this person. Obviously, he's fake. It's funny. It's like you see obviously fake profiles from like models, and you go and see like, and they'll have like 3 mutual friends with you, and you'll go see who they are. It's the same like 3 guys.
Yeah.
Same 3 guys.
Absolutely.
It's usually Cusick's burner account.
No, I never fell for that.
So wanted to bring you guys in because it's almost been a year since the pilot episode, but also because I need to test this new camera. Got a great new camera for us. And
yeah, listen.
Good.
New things, bunch of new things. New seats.
New seats are
new
very
seats.
nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you for Tim
Well,
and
better than the old ones.
yeah. Thank you for Tim in the Wild for the seats. I think he get for his apartment too big. Is that how?
I don't know. All I know is we stopped and he was like, "You need to take these to Jake and Kay." I'm like, "Okay."
That last interview we had with him, he was probably like, "This needs to change."
I've been thinking that every time.
Plus, they're uncomfortable. Plus, like if you made a little movement, you could hear it
Squeaking,
squeaking. Yeah. And I remember the original chairs we had back here. I had them put together with duct tape. So like when you just got to stand up, you heard. Oh man! A lot of announcements. And I wanted to get you guys in here for like a laid back episode because we have like the next 3 months planned out with like guests, and they keep getting bigger and bigger.
Mhm.
And you know, Silk just like took over as far as like not like took over sports, but took over like reaching out to bring these sports people in. And I know that we got a professional cornholer coming in soon. We have a professional female football player. They're just really interesting stuff.
Yes. Who would have ever thought 10 years ago you could say professional cornholer and it didn't mean the adult industry entertainment? Or like what happens in the back room of prisons. But yeah.
I want to ask him like, if you're considered a professional cornholer, can you just go and like join the Betty Zane Days tournament? Or are you on a list somewhere? You know what I mean?
They got some ringers down there sometimes.
Listen, it gives me hope at 51 that I still have a chance to become a professional athlete.
What was that one we were playing for a while with the trampoline and the ball?
Spike ball?
Spike ball.
That's really fun.
I thought you were going to say slam ball.
Slam ball. It's a can jam.
Can jam. That one was fun.
What would be your
Spike
favorite?
ball is
What do you think would be your favorite tailgating sport?
Oh,
You a classic cornholer? Or
I'm a big fan of cornhole.
Yeah.
Cornhole.
Yeah.
But I remember that one when we went on vacation with the beer bottle on the stick and the
Yeah, with the
frisbee.
frisbee.
Beersby.
Beers,
Yeah,
beer,
that was
frisbee, or
fun.
what-
Yeah,
But that's
beer,
more
yeah.
fun. That's definitely for the beach in the yard. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just-
really good game when you have to hold a beer in one hand
yeah.
because it makes it
Mhm.
catching it and deflecting the frisbees a little bit harder. But,
Okay.
croquet. Is that your favorite tailgate
No,
game?
it's
It's like
fun.
what
It
tailgates
is
are you
fun.
going to? Excuse me, Jeremy.
Yeah, for some reason.
Jeremy, are you up for a splash of croquet? Yes, we can go before the polo game starts.
Bocce ball. That's another like beach game. Bocce ball's a good
Bocce ball's
game.
fun, yeah.
Bocce ball's a real
How do
good
you play
game.
that? Is it like big marbles?
Sure.
Big
I don't know how to play
marbles.
marbles,
No,
but
like you have to get it closest.
Like
yeah, you got
like
like a
curling?
little.
Yeah, you got to target.
Polini?
Yeah,
You throw it.
close
yeah.
target ball and then closest.
You got to roll with balls, and whoever gets you get X amount of points for how many balls you have closest.
We got really into curling one Winter Olympics. I remember we were watching
What?
it.
Oh, that's-
Maybe you weren't.
When
What's
the
that?
Olympics are on,
I wish we had curling around here. I would absolutely do that. That
Yeah,
looks
curling.
like it'd just be a blast.
I love watching it. They're just out there sweeping. It's,
No, I want to be the rock tosser. Well, I shouldn't say rock tosser. Between rock tosser and saying I can be a professional cornholer, I think I'm going to get solicitations I don't want. But just the guy just kind of like, you're just kind of just sliding on the ice.
Yeah,
and you just
yeah.
let
Yeah,
that,
and they finally just let it
that
go.
stone just go. And I think that,
It's a cool like science behind it, how you're melting the ice before.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the stamina to be one of the scrubbers. You need one of these young guys that can get down there and. All right,
I'll
let's-
scrub.
Also invited Tyler Baldwin to be in soon. Did you know him graduated with same year as me? He just won the Tough Man.
He won it.
He just- yeah,
I
in
was
his
there
weight
Friday
class.
night and I
Oh,
watched
really?
his first match.
Yeah, he won. I think this would be his third jacket he won. I think you can't
You
win.
can't win, yeah, I
yeah.
think
I think
three's
When was
the-
the tough man?
this past
Last
weekend.
Really?
Hmm. Yeah. They,
Obviously, you see it advertised on everything. I didn't see one.
Yeah.
Well, I drive around a lot for work. I hear it on the radio nonstop,
Yeah.
but
What do you get a robe and you get cash if you win?
it's a jacket and $5,000 maybe.
$5,000.
Maybe. Yeah, I could be wrong about that. I don't
it's
know.
it's
I
probably.
mean,
think
it's worth
up there.
it. It's.
thought it was-
I
think
it's,
you at least get a 1,000 for fighting. Like you
Yeah.
get knocked out first second of the first fight you do. That's $1,000 right there.
What? How many weight classes are there?
2 or 3.
I've never been to one.
It's pretty. You see them guys. One
I'm
guy.
just
swinging for
Pump
the
your
fences.
brakes. Your government
Yeah.
property. You can't play.
And I think Johnny's gym like clean house too,
Oh, I'm
like in the
sure.
different weight classes.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
And then Stephen Carney, who we had on with Johnny last time we had him on, I think he won the Tough Man down either Charleston or Parkersburg. Might have
He
been.
fought in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah. He might have been Charleston, but I think he might be turning pro soon now too.
I
Making that
remember
jump.
back in the old days before MMA was a thing, and you get just every person from the trailer park go out there just throwing haymakers. You get one guy that could probably land a
Yeah.
straight jab and would beat everybody, but you just it's funny as hell to watch.
Yeah, there's watching that. It's like if you're not in shape, why even go?
If your cardio
Because
is not good,
One
yeah,
guy, pretty sure he tore his ACL. Another guy, they had to bring out the defibrillators for.
Really?
They didn't have to use them, but
Jeez.
yeah, he just shook his head like with 2 seconds left in the fight. Was like pancake.
really,
Off, yeah. We're all like, holy shit.
How many rounds is the fight?
3.
3 rounds.
3 rounds.
Yeah, at some point
Yeah.
you have to look around and realize
You
when
know what?
none of your friends and family says maybe you shouldn't do that, you might be an asshole.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Yeah, you got it. You're a hell of a fighter.
Forbes entered the Tough Man with a fake ID when he was like 16, 17. Just fought a grown ass man. He put in his nickname as the Tractor. His brand, the Tractor Forbes. So, another announcement for you guys, other than like the guests coming in and like the new stuff we've been getting in. You have plans July 30th?
I don't believe so.
July 20th, we 2x4s are playing at Friendship Park in Moorwood for
Okay.
Toe Tapping Tuesdays. We talked about that.
Yeah.
July 30th, how would you like to help me run a multi-genre music festival in Wheeling?
Yeah, I'm there.
Podcast in it for promotion, for fun, for activities.
July 30th.
July 30th, keep that date
Is it
open.
Tuesday.
Is it?
hmm
Is it?
The
I
20th
don't-
is the 20th is a Saturday
20th is a Tuesday.
of July.
I think so.
What is Jake doing here?
Well, the toe tapping Tuesdays that we got booked for, what date's that?
July 20th is a Saturday. July 30th is a Tuesday.
Yeah.
You get your
Okay.
days mixed up?
I do. July 20th, the third weekend, because it was when we replaced like the Jamboree weekend.
Yeah.
So it's the third week. Yeah, third weekend in July. So the week before our 2x4 show, a mutual friend of ours in the city of Wheeling is throwing together a music festival. They're only going to do one day this year, but it's going to try to branch off into 2 or 3 days. But they're going to have down where I think I can't say a lot of information yet, but down where he's at, they're going to have a ticketed concert event. So they're bringing in people and they're going to coordinate with all the businesses around to make it big, make it real big.
So we're back to the 13th is 2x4s.
But
The
that
20th is the music festival.
yes, no. I'll get my phone out afterwards.
All right, but okay, those
we
two
got
weekends.
plans in July. That's
Yeah.
all we.
Plans in July, but definitely July
Oh wait a minute, no, because
July 20th is the
no, because yeah, that's a big negative on the 13th because we're on vacation that week.
never 13th, never 30th.
Okay, the 30th. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we're good. There's a big
30th is a Tuesday.
yes.
Toe tapping
Yes.
Tuesday.
Toe tapping
Okay.
Tuesdays at Friendship Park at Orwood.
Okay, I
Yeah.
gotta stop putting tequila in these bottles.
He did take a drink. He's like, what is in this? It's
Okay.
like tasty as these things are. If you try to make a mixed drink, like classic mixed drink with them, it tastes like gasoline or something.
Yeah.
You like the artificial sweeteners just don't mix right with, I don't know, like liquor and like lemon juice and simple syrup.
The worst was is one deployment they give us the flavor packs you can put in water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some guy had he had taken like 9 bottles and put all his flavor in and they were just sitting next to where like the coffee pot is. We made coffee with those bottled water. Take that first swig of coffee with like water packet like ugh.
When we went to the chicken wing eating competition in Buffalo, it was almost every competitor as they were getting ready. They're bringing the chicken out. Every single one, they opened up like 5 bottles of water in front of them, and they would each dump a packet in
Crystal
to
Light.
each one.
and
Crystal
any-
Light,
yeah.
yeah.
a bunch of
Really?
stuff.
I don't know if like that sweetness kind of like
Yeah, I think it's like 'cause there's so much salt coming in.
so much salt and buffalo sauce coming in that you kind of you have the sweetness and
Yeah.
and they went by weight too. So it's like if you have a huge tray of buffalo wings, they'll weigh it then. And toward the end of I don't even know how long it was.
It was
Like
probably only
10
10
minutes.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
10
all-
minutes. By the end of 10 minutes, they'd weigh your tray again. So that lasts like 20 seconds. There was that little woman just picked up her whole tray and started chugging buffalo sauce to
Yeah,
get
she
that
went
weight.
from like 7th to 3rd, just
Yeah.
because the weight went down so quick from her
Chugging
that
buffalo
sauce.
sauce to
That's just
in
from
the
people like,
finish.
eating just like a little nibble off. Say, yeah, I eat the whole wing.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just started. Chugging.
Can't think of her name, but she's a real good competitive eater.
She
yeah.
got 3rd behind what Chestnut and
And Jeff Esper won that one.
yeah.
And we talked to Joey Chestnut that day. Like Cusick and I were hanging out right by the stage. Everybody else was in line to get different wings. Buffalo, when they do that, Buffalo has different vendors everywhere from local
Hundreds
wing-
of different.
Yeah, hundreds
places.
of them. And like Joey just popped out from behind one of the amps and was like,
Sipping
"What's
a-
going on, guys?"
sipping a
And
coffee.
Yeah, so hey Joe.
Like, Joey, what's up?
I remember he was saying like, "I just don't feel like I'm going to win today," and he got second.
That's crazy.
I met him again down Bristol.
Yeah.
We're friends now.
I had a viewer submit a question for Dan Lennox when he was here. It'd be good to bring this up. If there was $1 million eating competition in a restaurant in the Valley, where would you hope?
What do you
Hell.
say, Goulas?
He said Goulas. If you were going to compete, where would you want to go, and what would you eat there?
Well, it depends on like what like if it was like wings, like a wing, I wouldn't want to do it at say, someplace that isn't known for their wings. I'd want to do like the Townhouse down in Mingo, or
Oh, yeah.
someplace like
100
that.
banana pepper wings.
Right?
Just- oh my god, that's
Yeah.
the best wing sauce.
Absolutely,
In the
hands down,
world.
hands down, and
I like that wing sauce too. Like next day when you have it in the fridge all night, it's really good.
yeah.
It kind of coats on the skin.
But I guess it would depend on what it is, because I wouldn't want to have like I wouldn't want to yeah. I don't know. It depends. We just went to Goulas for the first time yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Amy ever been there?
No, that was the first time for
For
both
you?
of us.
Oh, really?
And we even ordered stuff, and we told the lady, we're like, this is our first time here. She brought each of us out like a gula dog. She goes, you
Yeah.
gotta have these. She goes, these are free. You just gotta try them. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy cow, these are fantastic.
Yeah. I mentioned on the last episode too that Food Fanatics.
Mhm.
That page, if you're a sponsor on that page, you can post throughout the day like different ads and stuff. And Gula's, I don't know if it's the owner or the manager, will post their specials, but they'll show like their ingredients on their prep table, and the kitchen's always clean. It's nice to see like
Oh, yeah.
somebody like taking a picture from there.
I'm definitely going to that buffet in by Lindsley with the crab legs.
Oh, AC buffet. They're
Oh,
closed.
AC buffet that doesn't no longer exist.
Oh, it's not over there.
Oh, it's
Oh
been-
my
it's been
god!
going a
I
while.
think that's where they invented COVID.
They kicked me out of there one time for eating
Yeah.
their crab legs.
He
They
ate
said
like
you're-
90 crab legs one time.
Yeah,
he, was,
he
he, was
was
li- he was
done.
little.
He was
Yeah, I was in maybe middle school, but our uncle took us there. And Ben was eating crab legs. He's like, "You like these crab legs, Ben? Won't you see how many you can eat?" And he ate about 90. And one of the servers came up to us, and he looked at me and looked at Ben and said, "Are you two brothers?" And we're like, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, I can tell from your face. He's done eating."
I'm like, what the hell? I paid the extra $3.50 for the crab leg and kicked me out.
Yeah, no, we went there. We were going to. Actually, it was I think it was me and Amy and I think the kids. We went to. We were going to a Nailers game, and it was right before, like right as COVID just started happening.
Mhm.
And we went in there, and yeah, I think that's was secretly one of the Wuhan labs. It was so disgusting. It was so disgusting. I'm like, no. And like I said, I've eaten a lot of crazy places, street vendors, shit. Who knows? Like I said, I've probably eaten cat, dog, snake. Hell, I wouldn't even be surprised if somebody I ate human someplace. Some of those street vendors in those third world countries, you just don't know.
I
it
usually
was-
see videos in third world countries of the tourists. They'll do the soda water, the vendors that'll make like the carbonated water in front of you.
Oh yeah.
They'll make their own homemade like Sierra Mist and hand it to you off the street. I wonder what that tastes like.
Like when we were in like in Afghanistan, we just called them geef burgers because you didn't know if they were goat or beef.
Beef burger.
Same way in Iraq, it was a geef burger. You didn't know what you were getting, but whatever.
We were hiking and we went to Petra when I was over in Jordan.
Yeah.
And we were like going up this like crazy mountain to get to the city or whatever. And there was this guy. Has like a bazaar. He's just like, buy my stuff, like glass camels, telescopes, whatever.
Yeah.
And he has this little pot and little teacup sitting in this little fire. And he's like, my friend, like, do you want to get up the mountain? And like my squad leader and I like, yeah. He's like, take these, it'll get you up the mountain. It's just this random guy like sitting on the side of Jordan. I was like, okay.
Yeah, sure.
And it like hit us. We just went. We don't know. We still to this day don't know what are in those things. So
Just-
he's like, this will get you up the mountain, my friend. And we
yeah,
took
yeah,
off.
no kidding.
Yeah, we got up.
I mean, if I think back, like, I eaten food off a stick from a street vendor in the Philippines. Who knows what that was?
Yeah.
It was seasoned. It tasted good. I didn't care. And,
Eating food off the ground in Valley View.
Yeah.
So, I mean-
Yeah, we did it. And it
Once or
just
twice.
never because you're hungry, just because your friends are there and you're going to make them laugh.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know if you're the last year we were like camping out Valley. I don't know if you're with me, but someone handed us a plate full of fried chicken because like
I had that fried chicken in my cargo pants pocket.
yeah, well somebody came
was in
over.
there.
We should
For
go
hours.
Napoleon.
Somebody was like-
fried chicken and
My
tater
parents
tots
gave it
together.
to me 5 hours later. I'm like, so I got this chicken.
Somebody handed me like 3 like thighs and breasts, so I went to each porta john and put a thigh and a breast in each of like the urinal places in a porta john. I put in each one there, and all day people were calling to me, he's like, "You see that fried chicken?"
And Cusick's like, yeah, wait a minute, I got that one.
It was the same year we followed a trail of blood to a porta john. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Yeah. Hey, we have a viewer submitted question.
What did you find in the porta john?
It's a hell of a transition. Remember that time we followed a trail of blood to a porta john? Viewer question.
We got a crazy one from Cole and Belair.
Okay.
All right, guys, see if we can tackle this. So, you're on the board of directors for a human zoo. You guys just got in 2 Ohio Valley specimens, so you have to design their exhibit. So what would be a treat that guests could feed these exhibitions, and what would their trick be that they would have to perform in front of guests? Almost.
Oh, an Ohio Valley human zoo.
So like you can feed giraffes lettuce
Okay,
and
so we're
Columbus
talking-
Zoo.
So
So
basically, we've combined it to Dollar General.
what treat could they pay for to feed for a hands-on experience, and what could their show be for your guests?
I'm going 6 milligrams in. Just like the gumball machine, you put you can come out and you put in their lip form and everything.
If there's no guests, they just walk around pissed off and groggy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, welcome to the Metheny exhibit.
The trick that they would perform in my zoo would be each day we would put like a 72 Plymouth in the middle of the exhibit, and they'll just part it out in front of everybody like within the hour. Get the copper out, get the catalytic converter out.
Under the cover
Oh,
of darkness, so you have to kind of like make it like black light where you can only see shadows going in and taking shit off real quick. And
Then my treat, you could feed them bush lattes.
I was thinking the only thing I can really think of right now is a bunch of tequila and have a certain someone draw a bath and go from there. Tallahassee.
yeah, I don't know. First of all, a High Valley human zoo just sounds horrible to begin with.
Just 2, you get like different humans from everywhere, but you just got into. They don't mingle well with the other exhibits, so you have to keep them there by themselves.
All right, I take back the Dollar General. So we're talking about Wheeling Island.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess you know.
That was from Colin Belair, which is a human zoo in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give them the treats, and then for their, was it like a task or an act?
Yeah, they're a trick.
They probably just go on Facebook and like shit post restaurants and stuff.
They'll use secondary sources of information to argue with primary sources of information.
Right. It's well, what I heard was.
That's hilarious.
That could be a whole. That could just be a whole arena by itself. Everybody hiding behind their computer screens.
Oh, what else we got, boys?
How about them $4,000 gold sneakers that you can get now?
What?
Those
You seen
Trumps?
those? The Trump sneakers? No, they like
Trump sneakers?
I haven't heard about it.
I don't know. I guess he endorsed a pair of sneakers and they're gold, and somebody paid I think like $8,000 or $9,000 for the first pair, and they're signed by Donald Trump.
His dad has a Trump buck in a glass case.
I did a $2 bill. You got it. You got it. I got one. I got it
Yeah,
from my
he
grandpa.
does.
It's $2.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got that same one.
Is it legal tender? Is it just
I'm
like
not
a-
going to find out.
Yeah, don't spend that one. So what happened with the cyber attack? Was it a cyber attack that they were calling it this morning?
I don't
Or
know if
was
they
it some-
know. It was just all I saw was an outage.
You
Listen,
always-
the conspiracy theorist in me says it wasn't. It was a test. It wasn't an outage. They're just seeing how people react.
See what goes
That-
down,
that
what
makes-
stays up. Yeah, yeah, that's a good take. But your whole conspiracy theory survival group text that I'm not part of that you have
Wait a
convinced.
minute, I didn't start that.
you-
By the way, I didn't make that.
So my wife's in there, and then today, she's looking at me at the face saying that EMP waves can drain the alkaline out of AA batteries. And she's saying none of our flashlights are safe. I'm
We
like,
can't turn the
no.
channel.
I was like, hold on.
I told her that. I said, listen. I said, no, it doesn't affect batteries. It affects electronics. So the batteries are fine. Because she was like, well, Jake's telling me it's not going to like ruin our car battery. I'm like, it's not.
And I was explaining like, a battery is a chemical reaction to create power with with the alkaline side.
Right.
It's not like an electromagnetic field that's like charging or dictating. You're rolling your eyes at me. What do you?
Oh, no, I honestly didn't even hear what you said.
Here's Jake going on about Duracells again.
Meanwhile,
If I did, I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, 6 of us today bought ham radios.
Yeah, we did. We bought ham radios.
So,
I just, yeah, I think the pit's going to hit the shan here before too long. It's frightening.
What's trying to think of what else we can talk about.
was it only 18
besides survival? Well,
That was the major carrier, I guess. Whoever uses like some of the
like
other,
Straight Talk and
I think Verizon uses AT&T towers
uses,
too.
anybody that used an AT&T tower
Yeah.
got hit. So like even T-Mobile uses some of their towers in areas.
oh okay.
So if you
Xfinity was fine.
yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I woke up and the first thing I saw before I even knew there was an outage was Johnny going hot, going, if you need to get a hold of me, do it on Messenger until AT&T gets their shit together.
Well, the first one I saw was somebody on Facebook that, it's, classic shitbag. It was like, anybody else having trouble with AT&T? And it was like, you were like, pay your bill, dirtbag. It might fix a lot, but and then found out it was like, well, that was kind of a dick thing to say. He was out with everybody else.
Pay your bill dirtbag.
You happy you're in the new position? You're not going around and shutting houses off?
I kind of miss it.
You
It
kinda
was
miss it?
always a thrill, Am I going to get an argument here and all? But it's a lot calmer where I'm at now. So
He had the funniest story. He had to go check the meter, the water meter at where was it? It'd be
the current big.
they just didn't have a meter reader. They weren't just paying water. They were just
They didn't have a meter.
They didn't have a meter. Nothing was set up.
For how long?
Years.
Until he's like, hey, we need one of these. We got... That's hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be good. Listen, God bless them, man. If I could figure out how to do it in our house, I'd do it. But of course, I can't complain. Our bill's not that bad. Some places
Put a
have
jumper
water
in.
bills that are.
Pull that meter. They'll never know.
Have you ever?
Do you know my luck? As soon as I jumper that thing, I'd have like the entire county water board standing there going, "What'd you do, man?"
Filling up a pool. Sorry.
Did you ever run into a situation when you're on the road, like you're not delivering sausage pizza, but like there's a female that needed her like pipes clean, and you needed the water maker?
Nothing I can say on air.
All really bad acting. Oh no! Please don't turn my water bill off. Is there anything that I can do?
I wish.
And then the disco music starts in the back.
Is there like a town around here that has worse like infrastructure, like more breaks than usual? Do you get called out to a certain area more than others?
Yeah, there's a little neighborhood up top of Bel Air. If there's one issue there, if you're there one day in a week, you'll be there every day in a week.
Really?
Didn't they put doesn't Bel Air still have wooden water
It's
pipes?
probably somewhere in their system. So Ferry does too in certain places. I'm pretty sure.
Wooden water pipes.
Wooden water pipes?
Yeah. Just put like a hollowed out tree.
Huh. That's nuts. And what do they do? Just put like connected to the pipes?
Yeah.
Just fit it in there?
Yeah. They make fitting. I mean, they might all be gone. Ferries might all be gone, but
Yeah.
I mean, some of them, if they're not breaking,
Yeah,
why
that's true.
replace it?
Yeah, you'd think it would rot or something, but if there's constant water moving through it, I don't know.
It's crazy.
At least it did.
Well, it has us thinking about the Roman Empire. So
Shout out to my neighbor Janetta while I'm thinking about it. We're nice and toasty because I was walking Banjo up the road and a huge locust fell on the side of the road, fell right onto a fork of another tree and was just laying on the side of the road, propped up a couple feet. Perfect situation. I grabbed the chainsaw. I asked for permission to get it. It was like zoo, 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 zoo. And I had all the wood I needed for like a month. It was crazy. I just had like
What kind of chainsaws
that? Yeah, it's a very sharp chain. Well, I think that's all I got for you guys. Just wanted a little bullshit session, test out the new camera because you remember last time we tested out the first main camera, we found out that it didn't take longer than 30-minute video, and we lost a think it was that second Jordan episode.
Yeah.
Because I remember we all left. You had to work the next day, but I called everybody back in to record. And I think Jordan was like getting ready to hop on a plane to
go back.
Arizona.
Yeah,
Arizona.
go
He's
back
like,
to Phoenix
I'll come back and finish this.
Yeah. So, or, you don't have to reset, and then some dumbass forgets to hit the record button again and we'll miss half an episode, but
And it's nice too, with all Apple products, everything airdrops. I remember the first day too, we were trying to Dropbox
yeah.
your video to the computer, and
Yeah.
like I remember you got home, it was like 2.5 hours later, like it's 50%. I'm like, this isn't sustainable.
Which on a different note, I found out like 3 months ago that I was paying all that money for Dropbox and we never used it again. I'm like, wait a minute, $10 a month? What the hell?
Yeah. Well, guys, a year in. See what we do here in another year.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun.
And like we said, we got like 3 months of guests worked up. I had like 1 or 2 months of like I got different guests in different industries of the music industry in the Valley, meaning like I got a hold of a booking agent, got a hold of a guy that runs one of the biggest sound companies in the Valley. I got a Ohio Valley legend who's been playing here his whole life, and I got a band that just started out. So we're going to see like different angles of the Ohio Valley music scene, and Silk's working hard to get more sports guests in and just do more episodes like this. We're getting Tyler Ball
I
in
got
too.
a friend that's a stand-up comedian, and she's been in a couple of movies. Wolf of Wall Street's one of them. It's just trying to get schedules coordinated.
Yeah.
She's back around this way. She's absolutely excited to get on. So yeah, we got some up and coming people coming.
And watch out for us in like the wheeling festivals. Whenever the weather breaks, we'll be down there, man on the street interviews, do different giveaways and different games, working out just different ideas.
Yeah, one of the giveaways is Cusick will come and turn your water on.
One way or
Just about the pencil.
one way or another.
That's why you see him kind of get nauseous, because when we were telling that whole scenario, he was like, "Well, it wasn't a woman."
Well, all right, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for a great year.
Yes, sir.
Just keep growing.
Oh yeah. Boy.
This ain't Texas.